Heyo! What's good, y'all? What's good? Happy Wednesday. What's good? How's everybody doing, man? Welcome in. Yup. We gonna start around when this Magic Sixers game tip off. Let's just vibe for a second. How's everybody doing, man? Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing out there? What's good, y'all? What an exciting time. What an exciting time. What an exciting time, man. Okay. Everybody's doing good, man. What's up? Wait, hold on. You are bugging. You did not walk out of Super Mario for the live, bro. Nah, that's that's crazy. Yo, that's love. Nah, but go back in there. Wait. Nah, but go back in there. You should go back in, actually. That movie's fucking great. That show's phenomenal. It might be better than the first one. I don't know. I enjoyed that movie a lot. You should get your ass back in there, man. Shit. You know, funny story. Real quick. You lucky I can't put the flight tongue emote. You wild, bro. Nah, ain't no go back now. Yo, you guys want to know what's crazy? Before we talk about this basketball shit? That shit not important. Yo, you know what's crazy? My movie timing going to the theaters, bro. I got that timing down pat. I got it, man. I told the boys I'll see y'all Jayson on live. Oh man, we went with my girl's younger cousins. We took them to go watch Super Mario, and they were kind of, because the time starting to look a little, you know, when a movie say 7 p.m. for example, the movie's not gonna start till 7:30, especially when it just came out. And so they were kind of sweating a little bit because we didn't pick them up till like 6:50, and we parking at 7:20, and they're like, are we good? And we literally walk in as the music is starting, bro. Perfect timing. My timing to the movies is impeccable. But how y'all doing, man? I can't tell. You be trolling me real bad, Elijah. You be trolling me real hard. Oh man, but how you guys doing? Hey, listen, I try not to check my YouTube dashboard a lot, even though I do check it a lot. I'm not gonna front. I try not to check it, but I do check it. And a couple of y'all did not like the fact that I'm kind of messing with this play-in tournament. Some of y'all were not feeling it. Some of y'all were just not feeling the fact that I'm coming around to it. Because I'm not trolling this time. I turned off a live online FIFA match to hop on. What's good, y'all? Y'all crazy. What's good, Wait, hold on. I gotta get y'all opinion because we here now. I gotta get y'all opinion. Do you guys like the play-in tournament stuff? I don't know if y'all saw what I posted on Tuesday, but there's a couple people that hit the unsubscribe button. There's a couple people that was not liking what I had to say. And listen, man, I get the problems, right? I'm not someone that doesn't understand the issue, right? A 7 and an 8 seed, you have a better record, you earned the right to lose in the first round of the playoffs, right? You've earned the right to lose that first round. At least you gain experience. But at the same time, does it really matter if it's 7, 8, 9, 10? They all the same team. They all gonna get swept in the first round. Like, if your team is contending, and there's only a couple of those fan bases around the country, you're not worried about this shit. You just sit back and watch, like, wow, LaMelo grabbed Bam. Wow, they hit a game winner. Wow, they hit this. You don't give a flying fuck about this play-in tournament shit. And, you know, I think for me, what the fuck is this? Why is my phone bugging the fuck out? And I think for me, like, those were fun. Those were fun. I'm with Eli. Invites teams that had no business, but it does provide fun games and fun moments. So what if they just change it? What if they just say, all right, we're not doing top 8. We're doing a top 6 and then a tournament for those last 2 spots. What if they just change it to that? Instead of saying that 7 and 8 is a playoff team. You get what I'm saying? What if they just change it? And I get that would be drastic, and maybe they're trying to work their way to it. But I guess when you think about it, right? The whole idea of trying to give these teams something to play for. Like, I wonder if the Hornets would have kept that run that they had if they knew they didn't really have a shot. Right, and they had a really great run at the end of the season. It was exciting basketball, and you know it was fun to watch. And you know there's been a couple times where we've seen an 8 seed beat a 1 seed. Now imagine if it was like a 9 or a 10 seed. Again, that part is really unfair to 7 and 8. You play all season long to get that record. But, you know, if you're a better team, you're supposed to, in theory, beat those teams, right? And I get one game where anything can happen, but I don't know. I'm kind of coming around to it a little bit. I'm kind of coming around to it just a little bit. I think, because listen, man, if the other part in this too is if that's just how it's gonna be, right? As fans of the game, I get we complain and we have our things, right? But at some point, if this is what it is, then we just kind of got to work with it. I don't like it. I don't think they need to alternate, though. Maybe go back to the old way. But it's an entertainment league, and I'm going to make sure I see the play-in game because it's good entertainment. We don't need to like everything to say it's good. But what do you guys think about the idea that it gives some of these teams, like, games are more meaningful at the end of the season because these teams in the 9 and the 10 seed, you know, 9, 10, 11, technically, depending on how far out 11 is, they still have something to play for, as opposed to, you know, they really start sitting players out. What do you guys think about that? Or do you think that solving the tanking issue is going to be, you know, it'll be, you'll have to do something else to solve the tanking issue, like the way you do lottery picks or whatnot. But yeah, man, those games last night were really good. I was just curious what you guys think. Because I was thinking that, you know, a lot of the older viewers are the ones that really don't like the play-in. And you have some of the newer fans, as what I'm seeing on just my comments. The younger fans, I don't want to say newer fans, but the younger fans are the ones that are like, at least we're getting some good basketball. So I was just curious which side you guys were on. Again, I get the part that's unfair for 7 and 8. Hey, man, those are some good games to watch. It's whatever to me, but it also rewards mid. No, for sure. I mean, let's see. Let's take a look at the records. Actually, I'm curious what the records were. No, that's not what I was trying to go. What was the record difference? Is it like a massive? I don't know the records off the top of my head. They're all pretty close except for the Warriors, really. 42-40. The Blazers on the season, they were 42-40. Suns were 45-37. They lost to Portland, so now they could not. They went from being the 7th seed to not even being in the playoffs. Because I think the Clippers or the Warriors could beat the Suns if I'm being 100% honest with you. But yeah, 7, 8, 9, all their records are pretty much the same because the Clippers are also 42-40. It's the Warriors that drops down to 37-45. And you got to think, if you're the Suns, you gotta be tight if you lose to the Warriors and you are 45-37 and you lose to the Warriors who are 37-45. I think top 5 worst teams should play a weekend tourney after finals for draft order. That Hornets game was so lit, bro. Like, I can't be too mad when we get those kind of games from it. I know that's what I'm saying. Ban teams that have been in it for 2 consecutive years. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a tweak to this. There's definitely something that they could do. I don't think it's perfect, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Like, that game was really fun. Even the Portland game, that ending was, hey, man, they can't stop Denny. Hey, that boy Denny, nice. Hey, I knew Denny was nice, but wow, I think the other part in it too, man, I'm watching the Suns game and my girl with me, right? And I'm watching the Suns game and I was like, man, I fucking hate Devin Booker. And she's like, why? I was like, because he's supposed to be dominating this game right now. He's supposed to be in some of these other conversations. And I feel like a game like this really gives some of these guys an opportunity to shine, right? In a back against the wall type of situation like that. That's like, I expected Devin Booker to go and win that game, right? Denny is younger. Jalen Green on his team had pretty much gotten them to that point. Right? He had some really bad turnovers in the fourth. Wow, he had some really bad turnovers. But he did what he had to do to get them to that point. And Devin Booker, who hasn't had a great game, like, you got to close that game out, right? And so, again, I've had my questions about him. Y'all know this. I've had my questions about Book, but that kind of proved it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. He's had some clutch moments, but he's also come out really small in other ones. But that was a hell of a game. Denny MIP. That boy good. That boy good, man. He's wow. Let me see. What was his last year to this year? Let's see. Wait, this can't be. No. Regular season. It's showing me preseason stat. 16.9 last year. 47.6 shooting. 3.9 assists. A steal. 5.7 rebound. 7.3 rebounds. 3.9 assists. To now this season, 24.2. 6.9 rebounds, 6.7 assists. I mean, he's in there for sure, man. I think there is he probably does win that. If we're being honest, then he's nice. Book just never gonna reach a certain level everyone wants him to. Good player, no doubt, but being that guy who comes up big and takes over just isn't really him, in my opinion. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I don't know if it's he's just a nice guy. Like, yeah, everyone is different. One, I don't know if he's just a nice guy or he wants he cares about what people think, right? Like, you know, when you shoot 30 shots and you see online people going crazy, like some people really care about that. In contrast, you go to a Luka and they're like, why didn't you try to get the triple double? He said, I don't care. So imagine what he cares about, what people have to say about him online. I don't know if it's that, if coaching has gotten to him, the whole selfish ideology when it comes to scoring players. I don't know, but I agree. I think he's just never gonna reach that MVP level that we all kind of think he is at that level, man. Because when you see him play, he's nice. He's nice. I actually have this game on in the back. Who you guys got in this Sixers Magic game, and then we'll talk a little bit about Charlotte. Who you guys got in this game? 14-12 right now. Orlando. No Joel, right? No Joel. So, oh wow, why buddy going crazy? Magic to lose, but they got some mess going on in the org. I think they actually lose this. Yeah, I agree. I think they're gonna lose this game too. But they got some stuff to figure out. And I think this season was big already for Paolo Banchero. Next season will tell us how Paolo Banchero's career is going to go. What do I mean? What I mean by that is this, right? Paolo Banchero had a really great first couple years and showed flashes of being a potentially really great player, right? One of the next great, wing / big that could play inside out. But injuries on top of him playing bad has now put this narrative together that they're better without him, and that he's one of those selfish players, right? Like what we were just talking about with Devin Booker. He has that label now. He doesn't make his teammates better. The ball sticks with him. I've heard all of these before. If you've watched the NBA long enough, you've heard a lot of these before. It's really hard to get these labels off. And this year, it looked like it affected him. Right? He didn't look as aggressive certain games. It looked like it affected him. So next year will be really important, because if he completely changes his game, it'll tell you that he gave into a lot of the criticism. And if he has a fuck you year next year, well then I think he's still on that path to be potentially great, because you need some of that in order to be great, in my opinion. And the ability to know when to turn it on and off is what makes people legends, really. And so we'll see what happens with him. Philly only knows how to disappoint. I expect nothing from them. I agree, man. I agree for sure. Except Maxey. I think Maxey is really good, but Paul George, we've seen him have some real Casper the Ghost moments. like some really, really bad moments for Paul George. And, I think Maxey, I don't think he could do it all by himself. Orlando's going to be really physical. But, again, I think Orlando got a lot of issues also. So, can they get it together for a game, essentially? They could. I think it's definitely possible. But I think it's gonna be really hard. Maxey, the truth for sure, but it's just not enough. For sure. And then not having no Joel really hurts them. You know, as no matter what you can say about Joel Embiid, he stepped in the arena and is 25, right? So that's a really, really big loss. You're gonna depend on you know, Paul George to make up some of that. Unfortunately for them, they don't have Jared McCain. I feel like on a lot of nights you can count on 20 from Jared McCain, but they don't have him anymore. They got rid of him for some fucking draft picks, and he might go and win a ring. So good job, Philadelphia 76ers. You guys are unbelievable in your decision making. Let's pull this up, actually. Let's pull this up. The locker room is not a fuck with him. That, and then he ends up at a locker room that does. You know, it's funny. I see a lot of people commenting on that because he was doing the little TikTok and dancing. Yeah, we'll go over it. We'll go over it for sure. But really quickly, that game, or no, sorry, with Jared McCain shooting his videos, I get it. Listen, I get it's not normal in this space, right? But now he's in a team where the MVP, the best player on the team, is the one shooting the motherfucking video. So, I gotta say, man, I think he ended up in a perfect spot. He's been nice, and it just is what it is. But that's really a loss for Philadelphia for sure. I get they have a whole situation going with all of their guards, but that's definitely a loss for sure. The coach had me scratching my head. I thought he mad. They're way harder for them, but their players hit huge shots. No, for sure. Things like not having starters in while MIA on a run with 8 minutes. No, you know, I guess a part of it is just, you know, having faith in your team, I could say, right? But I agree. You would think that those guys would have just, it's an all or nothing game pretty much. Even play Cali G that worked like Kobe corner threes, just him making tough shots. He ain't get bro no space no. and honestly, I'm just watching this. It was a lot of 3-pointers. They went on a stretch right here, right now, from the 9:30 mark to the 7:11 mark. They shot nothing but threes and missed all of them. Made a layup and then proceeded to miss 2 more threes. You know, it's one of those. It's one of those. They're just forcing it. You know, some really bad shots. I've been a Kobe fan since he was at UNC. I was just losing my mind when he went on a burner like that. He for sure was, bro. He for sure was. You know, I remember this shot in particular. 94-93, 7:43 left. You know, Miami's on this huge run, 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes. 16, 15, 14. I get that LaMelo can hit this shot. And, you know, he gets a lot of criticism for some of the other takes that he makes. That are other shots that he takes, sorry. But you gotta attack this. You gotta attack this space somehow, man. You have to attack this space and really make them work for this. Especially after 1, 2, 3 threes that you guys have missed in a row. You know, it's things like that, man, that I think he and a lot of other players got to learn, right? You know, guys really fall in love with this 3-point shot. Miles Bridges on the next possession takes a contested corner 3. And again, it's just it's one of those stretches, especially when you see what happens when LaMelo does attack the rim. You would think that they would do it more. Miles acted like the ultimate vet last night too. He was poised. He's the secret reason they function. Ball knower. He had a game too. He had a game. The little oop, the little up and under layup, fire. But Miles, you know, I agree, man. I think he's really growing up, right? It's one of those things, right? People just mature. We saw him posting up sometimes when he had the advantage. So, you know, he just keep growing, keep using all of those things, because this team they got some talent, man. This team got some talent. There's a play Brandon had a point blank open shot and did way too much. Miles threw his hands up, confusing Brandon's. Swung it back fast. Miles took his time and knocked it down. Yeah. That is for sure. I mean, I'm just going through some of the shots. You know, LaMelo settled for another one. Again, like, these players are so good when they attack, right? You just wonder. Next play mentality, it was huge. Got to have it shot. But with that being said, right, with all the misses and all the settling that this team did, they still got together and won this game. And I gotta say that's really huge for this team, especially on the run that they've had. I think they're going to be a tough out in the first round in the playoffs, man, for sure. I think they are for sure going to be a tough out in the first round in the playoffs. First time I've ever said this in the 12 years I've been watching the NBA, but I think Charlotte should be real excited about the next couple of years. I said a few years ago, Miles needed to go to LA. I hope he can shine this playoffs in Charlotte. No, for sure, man, for sure. And he had... Not only did he have a great game last night, but he had some moments, right? The alley-oop, he just had some really big moments in this game. A hell of a game. Miami nice too, though. I'm happy they lost, since they always end up playing. I feel like they got to do something with this team, man. Like, Miami got some talent also, but I just don't like watching them play. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about that. You know, there was reports that there's going to be major changes with this team moving forward. So really curious as to what moves they're going to make, what direction they're going to go in. Because they do have some talent that they can use to get other talent and build a more cohesive team. But again, it's just not that easy, right? It's not that easy. Also, Off Night was going crazy. I'm happy to see his improvements this season. What a fun game. What a fun fucking game that was. Again, if these are the games that we're getting, and again, who's I don't enjoy watching them play at all recently. I'd make some major moves. See, I'm with you, Eli. No, that's how Portland is. Even when they had Dame, the first time like I could watch them, I just don't want to. Yeah, but at least they had Dame. They don't got Dame on Miami. Let's see what moves that they make. I really thought this season, right? Bam and Tyler Hero had an opportunity, and they've still pretty much chosen Bam Adebayo. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that's necessarily the right move. But I feel like Tyler Hero and Bam had a real opportunity this year to take control and take the wheel of this Miami Heat organization. And even though they've said that Bam is their best player, Bam is their guy, I feel like he could have done more. I mean, he had a down year outside of his 83-point game. I don't know with this team. I don't know with this team. They've got good players. They've got talent. But yeah, man. I'm a fan for Storm and Norman. You know what's funny, Elijah? Norman Powell probably went into that situation. I understand what he said in LA about, he could step up and be one of the best players, whatever that quote he said was, right? But Norman Powell is probably going into this situation like, Bam about to come in here and kill. Tyler Hero about to come in here and kill, and I get to be the best player that I can be. And I think Norman Powell knows, when he's playing a high level of basketball, he is one of the better players in this league. And so he probably looking around like, what the fuck is going on? Bam averaging 18. Norman Powell like, wait, hold on. I knew I said I was nice, but goddamn. Because imagine you got Bam to 28 points a game. I know it's a long shot. I know, but just imagine 26 a game. Like, how different this team would look. Because now, like, what ends up happening is this, right? I said this about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Because Oklahoma, they have a lot of talent, right? Especially when it comes to their, after Shea, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein or whatever. Then on any given night, you got an AJ Mitchell, Kaysen Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, now Jared McCain, like, the other Jalen Williams, any of those guys could step up and give you 15 to 22 points. And that's great to have, right? That's really, really great to have if you have that on your team. But what makes the Thunder so successful is you have that, and you also have a guy that night in and night out is going to give you 32. Right? So now everyone is in their right spot. Right? Where if you're having a good night, go. We're going to feed you. You're going to do your thing. But we know what our bread and butter is. 32 from Shea, like 22 from Jalen Williams. And everyone else just kind of, Chet Holmgren gets his like Chet can step up and be the second option when Jalen Williams has gone down. But realistically, at least the way the scoring goes right now, Shea, Jalen Williams, Chet, and then everyone else kind of go figure it out after that. But if you're Miami, you have a bunch of players that could do that, but it's hard when on any given night, any one of you need to step up and be the number one option. It's hard going into games like that, right? The whole idea of practicing and having game plans is to know what to expect when the games come. And if it's going different every single time, it makes it really tough. Their strength may be their weakness. Norman, Tyler, Andrew, Bam could all be the guy ever. Oop, well, great minds think alike. Yeah, but I mean, you obviously know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But like Norman Powell would have been great if Bam getting 28. Norman Powell, oh shit. I get my 20, 22 and we chilling. You know, if Tyler Hero was getting 25, oh shit, perfect. Now we getting damn near 80 points between the three of us. Now we winning 60% of our games, 70% of our games. But that's just not how things turned out because those two guys didn't step up, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So much talent, like just picture this team, right? Like you got Andrew Wiggins, you got Jaime, what's his name? Davion Mitchell, Khalil Ware. Like they got so much talent on this team. They just don't have somebody that they could depend on. Right? And no one has again stepped up to be that person. We know Andrew Wiggins ain't that guy. And Norman Powell, I think he could do it, but I think these guys understand how difficult it is. You know what I'm saying? Compaz, yeah. But if they're gonna see, like, this is the weird part now, right? If everyone is available, this is what I worry about, and I wonder how closely they work with Eric Spoelstra here. Your team gotta have an identity, right? I think the issue with a lot of these organizations is they're just grabbing fucking whoever. They're just whoever. This person's good, cool. We'll just get them. As opposed to, all right, we want some defensive-minded guys. We want a defensive team, a perimeter defensive team, an interior defensive team. On offense, this is how we're going to get our buckets. It's a lot of randomness going on out there. And so, again, I think they got some pieces on this Miami Heat team. Let's see if they can make some moves. It'd be funny if they're contending again in 2 years. Do you guys think, what if Giannis goes to Miami? I don't know if he wants to go to Miami, but imagine Giannis goes to Miami. I know we were saying Ja to Miami also. They could give up some good talent that I think Memphis would take. Like if I'm Memphis, I'm asking. If Bam's not available, if I'm Memphis, like I'll fuck around. If I'm Memphis, give me Jaime and give me Khalil Ware. I wouldn't even get Tyler. Would you guys get Tyler in that? I listen, man. I think Jaime and I think you could do a little something with Jaime and Khalil Ware, man. 19 rebounds. 19 rebounds. He had 19 rebounds. I think Tyler would more than likely be a part of that. Of that. Zoe Powell was looking like the mafia last night. They gonna have to, bro. They gonna have to. Teams gonna try to fleece them. I'm coming in for everybody. Bro. Everybody. Don't be surprised if Sam Presti in there talking about, hey, yo, Elijah. Don't be surprised if Sam Presti in there talking about, hey, I'll give you Hartenstein for Khalil Ware. Hey, don't let Sam Presti get on the phone with them. Every other team, listen, every other NBA team, do not let Sam Presti get a hold of the Miami Heat, man. He gonna fleece them. He gonna rob them for everything. Oh my God. I'll give you Hart. I'll give you Hart. Draw for Khalil Ware. Oh man. Imagine a little Khalil Ware, Chet Holmgren backcourt. Ooh! I mean front court. Imagine a little Khalil Ware, Chet front court. They blocking everything, getting rebounds. Now whoever on Lakers is gonna give up Bronny for Bam and pull it off. Yo, what if Bronny have a moment this postseason? Like, I'm being dead ass. What if Bronny have a moment? What if he have a moment this postseason, y'all? Oh, the 520 guys, got a little bet going that he not gonna score more than 15 in a game. You guys think Bronny can get 15 in one game in the playoffs right now? I think he get 10. Do you think he can get 15? You think Bronny can get 15 in a professional NBA playoff game? That's tough, PG. Philly up right now, 30-26. Yeah, listen, man. If I'm a team out there, we got to get something off the Miami Heat. Here, let me fact check this. Actually, I wanna double check this. That's not his goal, so no. But if they do something like make him beat them, possible. Do you guys think he's gonna play enough to get 15 though? I don't know if he's gonna play enough to get 15. I mean, shit. It don't determine success for me neither. But I do feel like he's kind of like, oh shit, I could play. I feel like you see it in some of those moments that he's like, oh shit, I could play with these guys. You know, especially with how he came into the league. I wonder if some of that weighs on his mind, right? Talking about wait, hold on. We never even watched this together. Wait, hold on. We never even watched this together.
James looking. Ball breaks free. Gets it. 7 seconds. Ball the drive. And ball.
Oh my God.
There's no timeouts left for Miami. Charlotte up by 1.
And of course, Miles with the block. Was that Miles with the block? Was that Miles with the block? I think that was Miles with the block. Insane game. Yeah. Yeah, Tyler Hero facial expression would be hilarious.
This turns out to be the game winner. Lamelo Ball getting to the rim. And then the capper.
Bridges with the block.
Bridges getting over defensively to seal.
Insane. I just want him to get his first lob to Bron in the playoffs. That'd be epic. Layskis. Oh, man. I wonder. I also, for what is this? For the 76ers, the other reason why I would kind of want to see them in the playoffs is I want to see VJ Edgecombe in the playoffs. I want to see how he plays in that environment, in some of those situations, how he reacts to it, how he handles it. Yeah, I'm really curious as to how that's gonna play out, because I know he's a very confident player. But at the same time, doesn't really have a great jump shot as of yet. And so that could really impact things, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens if Philadelphia does get through. And Tyrese Maxey, I think he's gonna have a moment if they get through. I think he's legit, man. I think Tyrese Maxey is legit. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, because they got two guys that are potential, real good players on this team. But we'll see. They got to get through Orlando first. Again, Paolo Banchero liable to have a big game. Will he? I don't know. That's the crazy part to me, right? Like, that's the thing I respect about Melo so much. He said to, when people were trying to have him play one-on-one with Michael Beasley, and he said, I got ridiculed for this at the highest level. It was such a bar, but it was the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. He ain't never switched up, and I respect that so much, because I think just the guys around him just got to figure out how to move around, right? He could have done what he did, and his game, I think, he evolved a little bit, even though a lot of people don't give him that credit. But he was just so good at what he did and stuck to it. It's crazy seeing what seems to be the opposite for Paolo Banchero, especially because, I compared Paolo Banchero to Melo a lot. And so seeing him kind of get impacted by some of this, like, Melo did this at the highest level and didn't flinch. And I respect the hell out of that, man. That they didn't give him much of a chance in New York, if I'm being honest. He was doing everything in his power. But that man by himself was one of the greats. That guy Melo was nice. I wish he would have been in the finals, man. He just never got an opportunity in the finals, because Lord knows if he would have got in there, he would have walked out with something. If Melo would have got to the finals, he would have walked out with something. Man, that's all he would have needed. Paolo, oh my God, one dribble, pull up in the right short corner for Banchero, and he just short the shot, man. You got to be able to just catch that turn and shoot, right? He caught it, took a dribble, and then shot it. You got to be able to just catch that turn and shoot, man. Don't even put the ball on the floor. And then they're Quentin Grimes go with a lay. With a lay. 38-33. 38-33. 38-33. Hey. Oh man, 5 ounces of Fetty Wap. Man, I'm so excited for the playoffs right now. I just want the series to start, to be honest with you. Like, I just want these series to start already. Here, I know they got the schedule already. The deciding games on Saturday, and then we kick off. The playing games. The last ones are on Friday. Playoffs kick off. The first round officially kicks off Saturday. We're starting with Toronto, Cleveland, Minnesota, Denver, which is, I feel like Minnesota and Denver have played each other in the playoffs every year, man. My New York Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks, and then Lakers, Rockets to cap the night off. Some unbelievable games. Listen, I think I like Cleveland in that Raptors series. I don't think it'll be easy. Brandon Ingram got the most overrated player in the league vote. And that could go in a lot of ways, right? Because he is good. But I think some people might be overrating him in the sense of kind of what we talked about with Bam, right? And 5 is not bad at all. But if he really elevated his game to be the number one scoring option on the team, and I get that they had for a good part of the season everyone eats offense, but at some point someone's gonna have to take the lead to provide some consistency for the team, and he just hasn't been that. He's consistent when it comes to scoring his points, but not 28 a game consistent, which I think could have really helped this team and helped Scotty Barnes a lot. Scotty Barnes got to do a lot for this team. He got to defend, he got to rebound, he got to run the offense, he do a lot for this team. I think they're gonna be a tough out. They got 2 guys that could take over a game in Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. And I think a lot of people forget how dominating like that allows the game to be easier for your teammates. And I think that's the aspect that we're talking about right here. I got Cleveland in that series. I think it's going 7. And I'm taking Cleveland in game 7. So 4-3 Cleveland. For the Knicks, I think Jalen Johnson's pretty good. I think he's pretty damn good. You can't give him props though. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker has improved. That's all I'll say. But we got the captain. We got some proven guys in there. When it comes to Brunson, when it comes to Josh Hart, I know Cats, but I think we got Atlanta. I don't want to say 4-2, even though I think it's 4-2. I hope we beat them in 5. 4-1. I don't want to go 6 games. But I think it's gonna be like 4-2. Lakers, Rockets. No Luka, no Austin Reeves. It's just LeBron and Marcus fucking Smart, I guess. Rockets. Rockets 4-1. I think LA will get a game. Their defense, Houston's defense is not unbelievable, but with just LeBron, it gets a lot easier. I think they could steal a game. I'll say Rockets 4-1. Minnesota, Denver. This is a toss-up. Actually, no, Minnesota hasn't been playing well. Wait. Okay, so no. All right. I got Denver in this series. I think Minnesota has had success against Denver as of late. And so because of that, I think they can get 2 games. Anthony Edwards could have a generational game and win one. And I think as a team, they can win another one. They Denver's been a little bit up and down. I think this series will tell us a lot about how far Denver will go, because if they can toss out Minnesota in 4 or 5 games, the rest of the Western Conference needs to watch out. But if this is a bit of a tougher series for Denver, I think that'll say a lot. I will say I think it's 4-2 Denver. So really quickly, 4-3. Sorry, 4-3 Cleveland against the Raptors. I got the Knicks 4-1 against the Hawks. Lakers Rockets, I got 4-1 Rockets. And then Nuggets Timberwolves, I have 4-2 Nuggets. So that's my prediction for those games. As of right now, Spurs Trailblazers. Sorry. Now, what I will say about the Portland Trailblazers, they got some size. They got Drew Holiday and they got Denny Advia. It's gonna be a lot harder for Advia to get downhill and get to the paint with Wemby around. But I will say, I think they put Jeremy Grant on Wemby. I think we're gonna see that a lot in this series. And Mark Williams on him. It's gonna be those two guys. But I think the series is gonna be a little bit tougher than what people are expecting. I am going to say it's 4-1, but I think the games are going to look a lot closer, are going to be a lot closer than 4-1 would suggest. But I have the Spurs beating them 4-1, unless Denny Advia just decides to be a whole different person that we've never seen before. But I think 4-1. Actually, I got 4-zip Spurs, actually. I just said all that for nothing. I think actually is 4-zip. I think they're going to 4-0 them, but I think the games will be tight. What I said still kind of stands. It's going to be a lot closer than what it actually looks on paper. But yeah, man. Really, very quickly, I just wanted to let you guys know I will not be live tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to be away for the weekend, so we will be back next Friday. I'll see. No promises as of yet, but we'll see. I do want to do a watch party for the playoffs. I think it'll be fun to do that again as I'm watching the game. I think that'll be fun for us to watch a game together and do a watch party again. As Paolo Banchero breaks a free throw. It's a free throw, bro. But yeah, I'll figure that out for next week. But we will do a live Friday. It'll be all playoffs. I have another video dropping on Tuesday. So go check that out. But thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys as always. Y'all are the GOATs. Elijah, you're the GOAT. Eli, you are the GOAT. Thank you guys and everybody else that popped in and said hi. I appreciate you. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already. I really, really appreciate that. You could have been anywhere on the internet, but y'all were here with me, and I appreciate you for that. So thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Go check out the channel for other videos, man. I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. You have a great rest of y'all week. Let's have a good start to the playoffs. Peace.